Alright, we're in field 3 with our Massey Ferguson 9895. You see the oil well in the back there going at it. And we're going to jump in the harvester and get a good start on our corn harvest. I think the plan is I'm going to start out in the Massey Ferguson, put some headlands in, then we'll let Chris and Murray take over for us. It is a little bit ragged on this end of the field. I didn't get things quite straight when I replowed this, but it's close enough. And yes, there's a reason I'm going in this particular direction. I want our pipe out over the field instead of over our crops, so we don't have to drive through them. I've pretty much decided we're going to use chaser wagon with the two combines. I've got a big grain trailer on our Kenworth for us to dump into. We'll do a little bit of in cab here, a little bit quieter. Once we get this field harvested, we're going to be planting, more canola. I want to get some supplies built up of the canola. Seems like that biofuel plant we have that we're supplying is taking quite a bit of that crop to make their biodiesel. I don't quite know how many liters or bushels it takes to make a gallon of the biodiesel, but they're sure using up what we've had in stock. I guess I could purchase that field in front of us. It's got a crop of canola ready to go. I think we'll come back when we get to the other end of the field. Okay, we're making the turn for our other headlands, and I think we're going to get some pretty good yield out of this field because we've already emptied the combine twice. It's kind of a good sign of things. We'll have a lot of corn we can sell. We'll get this down here to the end and let Chris jump in and get Murray started with the big case combine. Not area of the map we always go to. You can see the big forestry block up there. Some little sheds that are nice for your forestry equipment, if you're interested in doing that. That's actually a pretty good size plot of trees in there. Folks could make quite a bit of money harvesting that bunch of trees. Do a little bit more in cab for y'all. Some people like that. It's a little bit hard to judge what's going on either end in cab. Well, I don't do it all the time, especially when I'm doing some work that takes a little bit of precision. Alright, down at the end we'll make the turn and Let Murray jump on in. Or I guess Chris was going to jump in the Massey Ferguson. I don't think he gets a shot at the Massey Ferguson that much. Alright. Okay, we've got the 9240 case. My impulse buy from some episodes back. Really wanted to try this one out. Looks like it's all opened up, ready to go. We'll get Murray started here. We'll jump in the cab with him a little bit. Have a look at things. Drink a little coffee and talk about Murray's vacation while we're driving along. It looks like Chris is already full, so I might want to go over there and empty him out. Alright, we're in the Case Quad-Track 535, which is an interesting color, and got the large Kins branded chaser wagon, which we've emptied twice and is only 15% full. I'd like to show this 535 a little bit more because it's really a pretty good tractor. It's just narrow enough to run the chaser wagon without hitting the combine. It doesn't have any weird little skidding or skating problems. It seems like it'll tow just about anything. So we may have to be using the 535 a little more. Okay, riding with Murray again in the Case Axial Flow. Reminds me of a little story. When I'm recording this, it's about mid-August. My friend in Kansas was telling me that they just did their harvest up there. And his family owns a pretty new Case Axial Flow. And I don't know if you know how the inside of a combine is, but it's sort of like a jet engine. You know, the crops go almost front to back through the mechanical parts of the combine. And they had a little incident during the harvest where a piece of metal broke or came loose at the front of the combine and got sucked through all those mechanical parts and made a heck of a mess on them. They had to spend a day tearing things apart and fixing it before they could get on with their harvest. And it looks like I gotta empty out Murray. Yeah, Chris is doing some checks on the Massey Ferguson, stopping for a cold drink. Looks like we're making good progress on this field. We'll get up here, line up a little bit so we don't hit anything. Alright. Another combine load of corn. Give it a little interesting view here maybe. You don't always get that view from the back while it's unloading. Alright, back to work. I thought I'd show you all this on the Amazon planter. You don't often see tires hovering in midair like that. It's something, I guess. Alright, our chaser wagon is completely full. And I thought I'd show emptying that. Over at the Kenworth. I do notice our Case tractor is a little bit sluggish with 150,000 liters of corn in the back. Might have to see how long it takes to empty this out. Now I've already done a couple of partial loads because I was close to the trailer back here at the time. Like I say, I thought I'd let it fill up and show you all how long it takes to empty out this much corn. Might be quite a while. I just heard from J-Rock on the phone. He's getting a tractor and cultivator ready to come into this field, get it replanted. We'll see if we can see the guys. Oh, just a little bit. They're both pretty close to full again. Well, we may not completely empty out here. We may have to go and make some progress. I think we're going to do that. So we'll stop what we've got here and fill up again. Well, one of the things I'm looking at right now is how much is left. Whether I should keep both combines going or stop one and let one finish. We don't want them to crash in the middle. I think we may jump in and stop Chris. See how that goes. Let Murray finish for us. It's 9 in the morning. Chris may be ready for a break anyway. Alright, Murray's going to finish on up here with the axial flow. Alright, this is field 3 done. Murray is waiting at the end here. I think we got just enough space for his combine load of corn. And we're right near the truck and trailer too. So that all came out pretty nicely. J-Rock has got the cultivator ready to go. And I think Johnny is gonna come out with a planter later. So we'll turn this field around pretty quick. I think we got a few other chores to do today, or maybe tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Sowing some sugar beets and potatoes is on the list. Doing a little grass mowing. Alright, all emptied. With looks like only 700 liters to spare. Yeah, our 535 case is struggling a little bit with this much weight. You have to see how the Kenworth does hauling it over to the silo. Of course, it's not a long trip. We're within sight of where we're going to dump it. And it doesn't look like it's really that much volume in the trailer. 33%? We'll see how much it is when we finish filling. While it's doing that, I might well go wander over here to one of the oil wells. Oh, this one's close. Have a look at that. Watch it make money there going up and down. Looks like we could stand to mow in this part of the field too. I'll have to call my friend at the oil company. See if we can make an arrangement to come out and get all this grass. Another one there. We'll just have a look at the unloading process from the outside for a few seconds while it finishes. And that is the big corn harvest just about done. Okay, we're here at the storehouse loading up the Schmidt's cargo bull with some sugar beets. And first we're going to go feed the pigs and beef. And whatever's left is what we're going to sell. I probably better check and see where the best price is going to be for sugar beets today. Alright, 408 at the farm shop. 439 at the shipping office. So it looks like shipping office. If I can find it. Okay, that's down in the corner by the biofuel refinery. And I think we're going to get a whole 50,000 liters out of this. Minus whatever we feed the animals. Does seem to load a little bit slow. Maybe not. $45,000. Put the cover on for the trip. Yep, it looks like the guys are getting ready to replant field 3 there. I do feel like I have less lag on things since I added 2 gigabytes of RAM memory to this computer. Still a little bit, but not as much as I recall there being. Alright, first bunker should be our root crops. Let's see if he'll let me dump this way, or I'm going to have to back up to it. Well, I guess I'm going to have to back up to it. Okay. Let's see how much the cows take. Oh, quite a bit, really. Close to 2,000 liters. Now we'll see if I can back between these trees very good well here. Oh, not too bad. Maybe only one pull up today. Let's see what the piggies are going to take for sugar beets. Oh, a little over 1,000 for them. So off to the shipping office. I might have to stop at the biofuel refinery and explain to those folks why there's no canola for them. Oh, let's see. Maybe take the back road all the way down. On the right's another field that looks pretty terrible. Just grass and weeds growing in it. We are getting a lot of money from our silage. Great demand right now. Wonder if we should buy some more equipment or another field. Go in cab for the last part of the trip. Just to make sure where the shipping office is. Okay, it's in the back. Near where we park our machinery down here. I'm kind of guessing that's the dropping point for this too. Go slow over the grate. Alright, cover off. We'll dump all our sugar beets. Well, I'm kind of guessing J-Rock is going to be anxious to start another sugar beet harvest, so you better go down to field 4 and get ready to help him.